Welcome to the September edition of Bridge to India's Renewable Energy Tenders and Auctions Update. 8 new tenders aggregating 1288 megawatts were issued this month. Bid submission date was extended for 15 tenders and auctions were completed for 2 tenders. Most of the new tenders were issued by states, with only one 100 megawatt solar plus storage hybrid tender issued by SECI. Bid submission deadlines for 15 tenders were extended in September due to multiple reasons, including developers seeking more clarity on tender conditions, land identification and allocation issues, and regulatory delays. Possible imposition of basic customs duty has also contributed to uncertainty for developers. 3 major SECI tenders have undergone multiple bid extensions as developers continue to seek clarity on tender conditions. SECI's Pan-India RTC Tranche 2 5 gigawatt tender bundling renewable with thermal power has received a number of questions from bidders during the pre-bid meeting, centered around various contractual provisions related to thermal component. Major concerns included coal linkage, exclusion of thermal power developers from the bid, indexation of tariff, merit order dispatch, and flexibility in power mix from different sources. Developers are also not happy with the requirement to source all power from the same RLDC region, as most thermal power plants are in eastern region while RE plants are likely to be located in western and southern regions. Such a provision severely restricts participation in the tender. Separately, wind and hybrid tenders also face the hurdle of land acquisition issues to develop wind component. The two 1000 megawatt solar tenders issued by Railway Energy Management Company for project development in multiple states have run into land allocation issues, as the sites identified by railways are not deemed feasible for project implementation as they are not contiguous land parcels. Additionally, the railways' right to take back land and require developers to shift projects to new sites at any time with no additional compensation has kept developer interest low. Only 2 auctions were held during the month: SECI's 10 megawatt solar tender in Rajasthan and GUVNL's Solar Tranche 10 100 megawatt tender. Let us look at the monthly trend in 2020. A total of 26.2 gigawatt tenders have been issued this year: 16.4 gigawatt solar, 8.9 gigawatt hybrid, and only 800 megawatt pure wind. A total of 24.5 gigawatt capacity has been allocated so far: 21.2 gigawatt solar, mainly due to 12 gigawatt award in the manufacturing linked tender, and 2.8 gigawatt hybrid. Tender issuance increased from 175 megawatts in August 2020 to 1288 megawatts in September. However, auctioned capacity fell from 2840 megawatts in August to a mere 110 megawatts this month. There is a distinct shift in tender issuance from vanilla solar and wind tenders to hybrid tenders with storage. However, developers are reluctant to bid in hybrid tenders on account of complex technology and risk considerations. SECI has applied for a grant from World Bank under the Innovation in Solar Power and Hybrid Technologies project to demonstrate feasibility of RE plus storage projects. Part of this grant will be utilized to fund development of a 100 megawatt solar plus storage project in Chhattisgarh, for which the tender was released this month. Let us now delve into the notable tenders issued during the month. First, SECI invited capital cost bids to develop 100 megawatt solar project with 50 megawatt 150 megawatt hour storage component in EPC mode in Rajnandgaon, Chhattisgarh. The tender scope includes O&M services for 10 years. The project will be owned by SECI and power shall be supplied to Chhattisgarh Discom. There is no domestic content requirement for the tender. Second, MSEDCL issued a first of its kind tender to procure 200 megawatt wind power from existing wind projects already supplying power to MSEDCL under expired or due to expire PPAs. The power is to be supplied to MSEDCL for 7 years. The ceiling tariff under this tender is 2 rupees 52 paisa per kilowatt hour. West Bengal Power Development Corporation reissued its tender to develop 10 megawatt floating solar plant in EPC mode at Sagar Dhigi Thermal Power Project in Murshidabad. The tender was originally floated in March 2020. Technical eligibility criteria has been modified from experience in commissioning at least one 10 megawatt solar project or two 5 megawatt solar projects to experience in commissioning at least one 8 megawatt solar project or two 5 megawatt solar projects. Next, Bescom has invited expressions of interest for developing 11 megawatt solar power projects near substations in Karnataka under Kusum scheme. Landowners can participate on their own or lease their land parcels to developers. The tender has no domestic content requirement and has a ceiling tariff of 3 rupees 8 paisa per kilowatt hour. Other tenders include GSCCL's 210 megawatt solar tender, Haryana Power Generation Corporation's 57 megawatt solar tender, Kerala State Electricity Board's 200 megawatt solar tender, and GUVNL's Tranche 11 solar 500 megawatt tender. There were only 2 auctions conducted during the month. SECI has awarded 10 megawatts to REC Power Distribution Company, a subsidiary of REC, at a tariff of 2 rupees 58 paisa per kilowatt hour in a 10 megawatt tender. The project is to be developed at land owned by Jaipur Development Authority near Jaipur. Power will be procured by Jaipur Development Authority. The second auction held this month was GUVNL's solar tranche 10 100 megawatt tender for Ragas Neda Solar Park. This is the unsubscribed portion from previous GUVNL tranche 3 and tranche 6 tenders. The project was awarded to SJVN at a tariff of 2 rupees 73 paisa per kilowatt hour. There was no other bidder. More detailed updates and information on all these tenders, including bidding documents, list of bidders, and project timetable, are covered in India RE Navigator, a one-stop market intelligence portal for RE sector. That was the roundup for the month of September. I hope that you found this video informative and useful. We would love to hear from you. Please send us your feedback at contact@bridge2india.com. We will be back early next month with the next update. Thank you.